73% of people who get secured credit cards in 2026 are actually hurting their credit scores instead of helping them. And the scary part? They have no idea they're doing it wrong. I'm about to expose 7 massive mistakes that beginners make with secured cards that could be costing you hundreds of points on your credit score and thousands of dollars in higher interest rates. But more importantly, I'm going to show you exactly how to use secured cards the right way so you can build a 700 plus credit score in as little as 6 to 12 months. Before we dive in, quick context. A secured credit card requires a refundable security deposit that becomes your credit limit. You put down $200, you get a $200 limit. These cards are designed for people with no credit history or bad credit. They report to all 3 credit bureaus, just like regular cards, which means they can build or destroy your credit fast. So let's get into the 7 mistakes that are absolutely destroying people's credit scores right now in 2026. Mistake number 1, putting down the minimum deposit. Most secured cards let you deposit anywhere from $200 to $2,000 or more. And here's what nobody tells you. If you only put down $200, you have a $200 limit. Buy gas and groceries and boom, you're already at 80 or 90% utilization. That tanks your score immediately. The sweet spot for credit utilization is under 30%, but under 10% is even better. If you can only afford a $200 deposit, you need to keep your balance under $20 reported. That's basically impossible for most people. So if you can swing it, deposit at least $500 to $1,000. This gives you breathing room to use the card normally without destroying your utilization ratio. And yes, I know that's a lot of money for some people. But remember, it's your money. You get it back when you close the card or graduate to unsecured. It's not gone forever. Mistake number 2, choosing a card with annual fees and no graduation path. In 2026, there are secured cards with 0 annual fees that actually upgrade you to unsecured cards automatically. Yet people are still paying $35 to $99 a year for cards that never graduate them. That's literally throwing money away. The Discover It Secured and Capital One Platinum Secured both have 0 fees and graduation programs. After 6 to 12 months of responsible use, these cards review your account and can upgrade you to unsecured automatically. They return your deposit and often increase your limit. That's what you want. Mistake number 3, not checking if they report to all 3 bureaus. This is absolutely critical. Some secured cards only report to 1 or 2 credit bureaus instead of all 3. If your card doesn't report to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, you're building credit in some places but not others. When you apply for a car loan or mortgage, they might pull the bureau where you have nothing. Before you apply for any secured card, call the issuer or check their website. Confirm they report to all 3 major bureaus. If they don't, move on. There are plenty that do. Mistake number 4, maxing out the card every month. Look, I get it. You have a $300 limit and expenses to cover. But maxing out your card, even if you pay it off, is killing your score. Credit card companies report your balance to the bureaus once a month, usually on your statement closing date. If your balance is $299 on a $300 limit when they report, that's 99.7% utilization. Even if you pay it off in full before the due date, the damage is done. The bureau's already recorded the high utilization. Your score drops. Lenders see you as maxed out and desperate. The fix is simple but requires discipline. Either use the card for small purchases only, or make multiple payments throughout the month to keep your reported balance low. Which brings us to mistake 5. Mistake number 5, only paying once a month on the due date. Most people think you pay your credit card bill once a month, and that's it. Wrong approach if you're trying to build credit fast. Here's the strategy almost nobody uses. Pay your balance down to 0 or near 0 a few days before your statement closing date. This is usually not the same as your payment due date. Check your credit card account online. Find your statement closing date 3 to 5 days before that date. Make a payment to bring your balance under 30%, or ideally under 10% or 0. When the card issuer reports to the bureaus, they see a low balance or 0 balance. Your utilization looks amazing. Your score goes up. Then you can use the card again and pay it off by the due date to avoid interest. This is called payment cycling, and it's 100% legal and smart. It's how people build credit scores fast. I've seen people go from 500 to 700 in under a year using this method. Mistake number 6, not using the card at all. Some people get a secured card, make one purchase, then stick it in a drawer thinking they're being responsible. Bad move. Credit card companies can close inactive accounts. If you don't use your card for several months, they might shut it down. Then you lose that credit line, your utilization on other cards goes up, and your score drops. Plus, you're not building a strong payment history if you only make one payment ever. Lenders want to see consistent, responsible use over time. Use the card at least once a month for something small. Set up a small, recurring charge. A streaming service. Your phone bill. Something that's like $10 to $20 a month. Then set up auto pay from your bank to pay it off automatically every month. This creates a perfect payment history with zero effort. Every month, positive payment data gets reported to the bureaus. Your credit file gets thicker. Your score climbs steadily. Autopilot credit building. Just make sure you always have money in your bank account for the auto pay. Missing a payment because of insufficient funds is worse than not using the card at all. One late payment can drop your score 60 to 100 points, which leads perfectly into mistake number 7. The biggest one, making even one late payment. This is the nuclear bomb of credit score destruction, and it's completely avoidable. Payment history is 35% of your credit score. It's the single biggest factor. One payment that's 30 days late gets reported to all 3 bureaus and tanks your score immediately. And it stays on your credit report for 7 years. 7 years. All because you forgot one payment or didn't have $25 in your account when it was due. Here's how to make sure this never happens to you. Set up at least 3 payment reminders. Put an alert in your phone calendar 1 week before the due date. Set another reminder 3 days before. Set autopay as a backup. Even if you plan to pay manually, have autopay set for at least the minimum payment. That way, if you forget or something comes up, at least the minimum gets paid and your credit doesn't get destroyed. Okay, so you've avoided all 7 mistakes. You've been using your secured card perfectly for 6 months. What happens next? When do you graduate to an unsecured card and get your deposit back? It depends on the card issuer. Discover and Capital One typically review accounts after 6 to 8 months of on-time payments. If you've been responsible, they'll automatically upgrade you to unsecured and refund your deposit. Some issuers take 12 months or longer, and a few cards never graduate you automatically. You have to request a product change. This is why choosing the right card at the beginning matters so much. Once you graduate, your deposit comes back, usually within 4 to 8 weeks. Your credit limit often increases, and you now have a regular unsecured credit card with all the same credit building power, but none of the deposit requirement. At that point, you can apply for better cards with rewards, cashback, travel points. Cards that were impossible to get before are now within reach because you built that solid credit foundation. If you found this helpful, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button and subscribe to Operation Wealthy. We drop new videos every week on building wealth and mastering money. Your future self will thank you. So here's your action plan. Research secured cards with zero fees and graduation programs. Apply for one. Deposit as much as you can afford, ideally $500 or more. Set up auto pay immediately. Use the card for one small recurring charge every month. Pay your balance down before the statement closing date to keep utilization under 30%. Never miss a payment, not even once. Do this consistently for 6 to 12 months, and you'll build a credit score that opens doors. Better car loans, better mortgage rates, premium credit cards, apartment approvals, job opportunities, all because you used a secured card the smart way. A secure credit card isn't just a piece of plastic. It's a tool. Use it wrong, and you damage your financial future. Use it right, and you build the foundation for wealth. The choice is yours.